Welcome to Brett Ridgeway's Learning for Life video lessons, and in this lesson we are going to be learning an old traditional hymn entitled There's Power in the Blood. And the Bible says without the shedding of blood there is no remission of sins, and that's why this is so important. I'm going to put the lyrics in the description of the video so that you can read through the lyrics if you've not heard this before. And I do want to thank everyone who's participating in this program, who are sharing these videos, who are commenting on these videos. You know, just liking and commenting is a way to show appreciation for the work that's being put into these. Also, I want to thank my patrons, because I really could not still be doing this without the patrons' help. And that's the only way for this to continue and for this to actually be sustainable. This is not a hobby for me. It's not something I do in my spare time. This is full-time for me. This is a job. And I appreciate their help and their giving back so that this can continue, that they believe in what I'm doing and believe in what I'm trying to accomplish. So thank you to the patrons. Also, we're going to get started on this, and we're going to break this down. And this is actually a little harder for me to teach just because of what I'm doing. You know, I'm usually playing the slower, the prettier pieces. But this is a fast, upbeat song, kind of fun to play. And we're using really just chords. And I'm not sure if you understand this, but the first phrase, first time you play that through, which is this, right here, what I just played, you're repeating that, which means you could do the same exact thing, but if you listen to when I played it, I did something like this instead. Instead of this, I did this instead. So I've included a bunch of things. Even up here I went, and the second time I went, because I wanted to include everything of what we would be covering. But really, you could just do this twice instead of the fancier lick there. So let's get started. We're going to be here in D. This is a D chord. So you got your D, your F sharp, and your A right here. It's a triangle chord. Or if you want to use 1, 3, and 5. And what you're playing is, the words are, would you be free from the power of sin? So get that in your head. Would you be free from the power of sin? Would you be free from the power of sin? And I'm simply adding part of the chord. And at times, I'm not even playing every single melody note. So let me slow this down. So I'm doing together, right, left, right, together, 3 times together. You don't have to do it that way. You could do this. It doesn't matter. It matters what note you hit. You can change your rhythm. You could add this note, this D note. So play around with this a little bit. Then you're simply moving your hammers up 1 course of strings each. Right, that time I went together, right, left, right, together. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. However you want to do it. And that is all, would you be free from the power of sin? Now, I'm going to keep doing that because you need to get the words, you need to get the tune, you need to get the rhythm in your head. could actually just play the chords, although I wouldn't recommend that because we want the melody to pop through. But you could go. But now, I told you you could do things different. You could do it this way. So there I'm just playing, if we're using the numbers, I'm playing 5, 3, 1, A. Or I'm playing A, F sharp, D, and then A on the bass bridge. Then up. So I'm just trying to get this in your head very slowly. The sour note there. So make sure you have that much memorized. Again, here's your melody. And then your next phrase is, there's power in the blood. So you're playing this A here. I'm sorry, this D here. Sorry. Drop it down to the C sharp, up to the D, to the E. And all we're doing is adding chords again. So we're adding a harmony note here. Let's play from the beginning. So it's together, right, left, moving up, and we're switching our triangle to here, straight across. Using this triangle. So again, from the beginning, you should have this much memorized. I'm going to do it just simple. Using this triangle again. Again. And then your next melody notes, you're just going straight up. So D, E, F sharp, or 5, 6, 7. And we're going to add chords to that. Sorry. You should have your triangles and figure it out here. So again, let's do it from the beginning. Again. And you could go hitting them together, striking together, or you can do it as an arpeggio. What I played for that triangle, and that's actually extended, is if we were in G, I would be hitting the 7, catching this D, then I'm catching this D, and then catching this A. Or you can play it this way. It doesn't matter, again, the order. And I hope this is not confusing you. Please let me know if it is. If it's because you haven't done the chord lessons, I'm going to recommend that you go back and do the chord lessons from the beginning. And then it starts all over again. And again, you could do, or you could just repeat. And this is where it changes. And we'll break that down. So, then you're still going to drop down and go straight up like we did. Coming back down to this D, C sharp, up to the D. That's the only difference between the first time through and the second time through. Here's the second time through. Again. So the C sharp, D, E, D, C sharp, D. So here's your melody. And all you're doing is you're putting chords to that. And then we're going to finish it off, but let's play up to that point. Second time through. So let's play it from the very beginning before we put a little ending on this. And then what we're going to do is we're playing this box chord. And the way I'm playing that, I'm just going to use the numbers first. We're playing 8, 3, 8, 3, 5, 3, 1. So again from the beginning. And I did try to repeat the same way, so I'm going to try to keep this real simple, play it real slow, and just try to keep a lot of repetition for this. I also need you to understand when I'm playing that this right hand is simply a drone. This is not the melody, so don't kind of freak out about when to hit this. It's simply a drone. So either hand will work. So now I'm using it. I'll start with this as your melody. Now start with this as the melody. It's not going to matter. I hope that makes sense. We get so hung up on it being the exact note, and when you're playing these chords, these will all work. So one time through from the very beginning. that's part A. Make sure that you have that memorized. And again, if you can play around with this, it's great if you can mix it up a little bit. And, you know, I mentioned this. I haven't mentioned this for a while, but we take lessons like we're in a race, and we just got to get it done. And it's so much better to just take your time. You know, the lessons are here. And it's not like next week, you know, if you're not done with this one, so what? You know, what you want to do is take your time, dissect it, digest it, play with it, and see what you can come up with. Let's move on to part B. Your melody starts here on this A, to this D, to this F sharp, which you'll hit 4 times. 2, 3, 4. There is power, 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 power. Sorry about that. But since we're using chords, instead of just hitting that 4 times, you can add the chord and alternate the melody to this. So we're playing F sharp D, F sharp D, or 7, 5, 7, 5. You have your choice. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4. But we also have a triangle here. We can also throw this D in. We can do it this way. And what I'm doing, if we use the numbers, I'm hitting 7 and 2. And then I'm hitting this D and this 5. You could do it this way. Instead of doing it together as a chord, you can arpeggiate it and play. And if we use the numbers, you'd be playing 7, 2, 5, D. You could mix that up. It doesn't have to be that order. I'm just showing things that you can play with. So make sure you have that much memorized. And again, instead of making it a race, take your time, digest it, play with it. And then what you're going to do is, starting here on this E, you're going to run straight down to this A. Sorry about that. Let's try it again. In a recent video, I did a lesson, and it was not watched by as many people who were doing songs, and I've mentioned this so many times. People really don't want to learn how to play their instrument. They just want to learn to play songs. But you'll notice in a lot of these tunes, you have to use your left hand just with the same or harder than the right hand, and vice versa. And doing those lessons, doing those exercises are going to help you do that. Otherwise, your playing is going to be off because you always have a less dominant hand. And some people are content with that. I personally don't understand that, but if I were learning again, and I'm always learning. I don't want to think that. I'm always learning to play, and I'm always learning more things. But I want my hands both to work. So now we're going to do something that's a little bit sort of syncopated, hesitation here. And what you're going to play is right, left, right, left, right, left. What you're playing there is A, B, B, C sharp, D, E. Just get this in your head. Might want to stop and just get this down. If you're using numbers in D, you're playing 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more time. So from the beginning. Again. All right, now I keep repeating that, but let's do it again from the beginning. So here's your melody. And technically it's just that, but we're doing that little run up to make it fancier. So this is our melody note, and we're going to add this triangle right here. Just to fill in. Again. And then as the melody continues, so you're just coming down from where you were. So F sharp, D, A. Using this triangle to fill in. So here's the first part of part B. Again. Use that pause button and rewind button as much as you need to. And then it just starts again. That's all repeat. You're just going up here to this G, and you're going straight down. So let's do that again. This is the second half of part B. And I'm just using this right hand as a drone. You can drone wherever you want. This is all just repeat. Sorry. And we want to fill that in. And that is just using our box chord. If we're using numbers, I'm playing 8, 3, 5, 3, 1. And then now you can catch this low D. So. So that's part B. Now, I also did this. And I'll break that down for you. So you're starting left, left, then with your right hand. And all I'm doing is I'm going to call it the numbers because it's a lot easier. But you're playing 7. You're playing 7, 7, 5, 3, 7, 3, 5. Again, 7, 7, 5, 3, 7, 3, 5. And then you repeat that. Again. And you can instead of going twice, you could go so just kind of touching on that, just some different ideas. I really don't want to confuse anybody, and I hope I taught this well enough. I really work at trying to teach it well enough. But if you're confused, it could be 2 reasons. Could be because I didn't teach it well enough. Could be that you don't know your chords enough. And the other could be that I'm giving you a lot of ideas. And again, this is more of a thinking lesson. So if your head feels like it's about to explode, that's probably very, very natural. So I'm going to play this through for you. I'm going to try to do it very slow. It's kind of hard to do it slow. But I'm going to try to do it very slow and try to include everything that we just did. And then I'm going to play it up to speed for you. Here we go. So I hope you enjoyed that, and again, let me know. I need some comments. I need some feedback. Can't talk tonight. And share the videos, and just thank you all for watching and for participating in this program. I hope these lessons are a blessing to you. We'll talk to you and see you next week.